Hey, real quick, if I can grab your attention before we get into the content and have you head into the description where there'll be a link to my sample pack store. This is a great way you can support the channel, get something in return. If you ever found any kind of value from what I do over here and you're an MPC user or an SP44 Mark II user, I specialize in packs for that. I also got some free stuff over there, so please do head over and feel free to download those. All right. Praise Yah, what's good, everybody? So I'm just over here trying to figure out this whole thing, just like all of you. And that's why it's important to stay ready. You know, like the saying goes, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So I guess that's the basis for this stream. Because you never know when opportunity is going to strike. And when you're going into something, it's better to be organized and have something prepared. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately, because the opportunity to come on here and stream or like make some kind of video is like more scarce, right? Scarce. So, and I'm sure this isn't a brand new idea, but what I've been doing lately is just doing the prep work for beat making, songwriting. So I already got samples ready. And if this opportunity came for me to sit down here in my studio and do a live stream and I had nothing ready, the end result would probably be not so good. And who knows how this is going to end up. But, you know, I've got my MPC project already started up. So last couple days, I've gone in and I've made drum kits and hunted for some samples. And so that's what I'm doing today. Plus, on top of that, the workflow for this is going to be partly sample based, partly like original composition using the Seqtrak. And so I've got the Seqtrak linked up here. And this is cool. This is one thing I like about this. Let me see the GUI editor. We're disconnected. All right, so I gotta go ahead and reconnect. So the Seqtrak has this Bluetooth capability. Let's see if it does anything. You gotta do a button combination. Yeah. Let me reset it. Close it down, open it back up again. So I'm taking this back to how I would always sample back in the day. Like when I first started making beats, my inclination was always to sample like a little loop. It was kind of lazy sampling because I would sample a loop, maybe chop it up a little bit, maybe just loop it, and then use my ear to play like other instrumentation like on top of it. And so that's what I'm gonna do today, using the Seqtrak sounds. And if I can get it linked up, just so I don't, because this way I don't have to. I got the Seqtrak up here on above the MPC, and it's easy enough to control it from there. But having the app, I can see a visual what the names, the categories of the instruments that I'm using and selecting are. So it's not doing anything. All right, well, I'm gonna come back to that. Let's just go overhead for now. So I do have, like, I have this set up MIDI'd up to the Seqtrak. So right now it's on a organ patch. So I got that. So what I've been doing, like I was saying, you got to stay ready. This is what I've been trying to do, and this is what I'm going to do moving through the summer, trying to find these little pockets of time to go live. And I was trying to decide whether I wanted to make a video with this, because I've been trying to aim at doing like songwriting sessions and doing videos. So that's ultimately what I'm doing here in the live stream, but I want to make videos, and I really wanted to do that just to give it a try, because I haven't ever done that from this seat right here. I've done it from work and done like songwriting sesh videos from work. I want to do them from home, but the deciding factor was I think my phone is full of I need to clear it out to make some room for it so I can make some videos and stuff. So doing it live doesn't matter. I can go live and do this thing. So this is why I'm here. Plus, it's a hard decision because I like chatting. So I'm gonna get to the chat window too to see what's up with you. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I got a drum kit. Feels cool. I like the vibe of just I get the most joy out of when I make a whole thing, like a whole beat from scratch, because I could reuse a drum kit, and I have a template where I have a drum kit in it. But I don't know, it's just a different vibe when you select every kick and every snare and build it from the bottom up. It's more inspiring because then it's kind of a new sound in a way, although I use the same types of sounds. I definitely got a template, a format for my drum kit. So yeah. And I've been expanding my finger drumming thing. So I used to have this little flam roll thing up down here, but then I wanted to make room for some toms, and so I got that now. And so yeah, this is like my old back in the day, how I started sampling, way of making beats, I think. So this is kind of reminiscent of that, and really all I did was, well, I heard something that sounded good as is, I feel like, and it's literally like, what is this, like a 1-bar loop? And I'm just gonna try to build something off of a 1-bar loop and see if I can do that. Got everything else prepped and ready, got the tempo and all that. Kind of repetitive, but I like the sound of it, and it's something I can build off, hopefully. So that's 2 bars. I'm gonna go ahead and double it up, and then I'm gonna copy this track. I'm gonna change the name. I'm gonna do drums here. I like to do my chops on track 1, and so I'm gonna rename this one the chops. I'm gonna chop it to, let's just name it a sample since I didn't chop nothing. I did chop it. Technically I chopped it out the song, but also technically super lazy. Grabbed it off like the intro of the song. So sample. Now I got drums. And I got an idea to kind of, since it's already like, I'm gonna start building. I never do this, but I got an inclination to start building the arrangement already. So let's go intro, and then I'm gonna go ahead and copy this out to 2. Then call it hook 1, do it, and then I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip 1, do verse, okay. And because I already had this idea, it sounds good for my drums. My hook, I'll use the ride, and then just use the hi-hat for the verse part, and that'll give some kind of variety, because it's definitely a loopy sample, a 1-bar sample, right? It's a 1-bar sample, and I'm looping it all the way through. And we got our TC off. Huh? Where's my sample? Oh, there we go. Gotta move it over here. me just practice a little bit. Finger drumming's pretty bad right now. Hold on. Let me say what's up to y'all real quick, and then try to get these drums down. What is good though? What we got in here? Matthew Gaines. I have one, but can't get much of it. I use it for a sound. Exactly. And you know what, Matthew? That's what I bought it for. Explicitly bought it for the sounds. I tried. Let me see. Let me go down a list of brands that I've tried as far as like sounds go, like bread and butter and stuff. I've used Roland, Yamaha, of course. I think I've had some Korg stuff in the past. I think I had a Korg Trinity years and years ago. And then the emo stuff, which was my introduction, so that holds a special place in my heart. I don't know if it's the best sound. It's been a long time since I used this stuff, but definitely the emo stuff got me started. Emu, whatever. Emu systems. I had like the MoFat rack module was my very first like even piece of gear at all to begin with. Had that, was running that with Cakewalk, Sonar Cakewalk. Or is it Cakewalk Sonar? I forget. Or just Cakewalk. And let's see, Korg, Roland, Emu, and I think those are the big ones, right? But and even having like I just had the Integra 7, which is supposed to be, I don't know, man, that they're still selling that thing, and it's like ultra realistic supernatural sounds is what it's supposed to be. And the idea of it grew on me for like 10 plus years, and then I finally got one, and I found out, and I actually had a Roland Phantom. I bought a used Roland Phantom probably like 5 years ago, maybe. And even then too, like I think it took that and then buying the Roland to figure out that I actually like, and also because I had the Roland, like the MC 101 and the Juno, and I like those sounds. They're solid sounds, but just in comparison, I like the sound of Yamaha, and that's what I've learned from using all these brands, that Yamaha sticks out to me. And so yeah, that's why I bought this for. I haven't even tried to use it. Never even, when I purchased it, my intent wasn't to even try to use the Groovebox options. Still tripping though. What's good? Ali Star, what's up, man? This is a decent selection. I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking about the samples. So let me keep going. See if I can finger drum a little better. Slight bit of anxiety coming in this one because I was unsure what I wanted to do with my time. Let me see what key I'm into. Just go on the intro and see if I can play something to this. A sharp minor. This is my MIDI track. Let's see. Come on, I gotta get this. What up, Gulf Coast? Florida man of the Gulf of America. That's a long screen name, man. All right. What do you mean by that? Yamaha is the reason is why I went with Cubase and Cubases. Does Yamaha own that? Does it have Yamaha sounds in there or something? Started making music again this month in over a decade, rocking with the phone as I wait on PC parts to go on sale. Okay. So I assume you don't own an MPC? How'd you find your way over here? Or have you been on MPC in the past and it's been a minute or something? The Integra 7 and Kurzweil PC4 are my go-to units. Okay. Yeah, I sold the Integra 7. I liked it, but I kind of just liked the tones even better out my Seqtrak, so it wasn't reason enough. Although, you know, the supernatural behavior is really cool, which you don't get out of the Seqtrak. Been curious about the Kurzweil stuff. I watched some demos on it. It sounds pretty cool, but I never tried. I have not seen any MPC news from an AI query. Ali Star, fill me in, please. Boom Bap Streets was good. I appreciate that. Those are good words. Yamaha and Steinberg makes Cubase. Okay, makes sense. Cool. So it's got. So on that mobile app, Cubases is it? Is that the mobile version? You have the Yamaha sounds in there, or some of them. I do like some of the Korg stuff. That's true. I have see, I'm also trying to decide. A part of the reason why I'm doing this here now is I want to see what this hybrid workflow is. Is it hybrid? I guess hybrid is more related to like if you're hardware and computer. For me, it's kind of hybrid because my MPC on its own is the standalone unit, and then there's an external synth, which is the Seqtrak. So whatever. I don't want to see if it's worth it because I've already packed this up and considered selling it. Because I do have there's a lot of cool sounds you can get on the iPad, and I do like the Korg stuff in here. So I think I like Korg. I think I might like Korg better than Roland. I don't know. But I have a Korg module on here, and that's got some cool sounds. I bought like the choir packs. I really like the choirs on there. There's a cool like jazz guitar on there. But you can't get. It's sad. I wish you can get the whole thing. I wish it'd be cool if you can get like the whole Korg Triton, but I think you can only buy like a selection of Korg Triton stuff for a Korg module. And there's a lot of cool options that I could explore with that. So I don't necessarily need the Yamaha. I really like Yamaha sounds. And if maybe I should explore if there's any possibility. Maybe Cubases on the iPad. I can get some Yamaha sounds. But I do like this. If I can get this whole thing to link up real quick. I want to see if I can build. Before I put the drums down, see if I can build on top of this sample with some instruments from the Seqtrak. Device connection. So Matthew, if you're still out there, how are you using this? Because you said you're using it as a sound module. Are you using it with an MPC? You got it MIDI'd up. I've never had this much trouble just trying to get it to connect to the app though. So I'm gonna try to turn it off and then maybe it needs a charge or something. I'm gonna plug it into the wall. Turn it back on. This might be a reason just to sell it. It's a pain in the ass. If I could find a good stand for it, because right now it's just sitting flat in front of me, I can easily enough change the sounds Now I can't see what the sounds are. I can't. I mean, I had considered getting like some stickers, and my thought was to get. I think they sell stickers for like keyboards, like typing keyboards that would fit this, and then write the categories on them so I can easily select different categories, because it's easy enough if you hold like a button down. I think it's this. There's a sound button. You hold that down, and then these. You see the little buttons light up, and those are different categories. So if I select a different one, now I'm on guitars. So that could be easy enough with the little prop up stand, so I can easily have a visual of it, and then put those stickers on there. The app just gives you deeper functionality in an easy way to select those and know exactly what instrument categories you're selecting. Hold the all button, then the swing button. Not getting nothing. Alright. I guess forget that for now. Just need to decide what kind of instrument I want to throw on top of it. Let me turn the AC up. Yeah. Na, 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 Where was I? Yeah. See, I'm gonna do that. Just get it down better. Oh yeah, I gotta make a decision on this and sample it in. I guess I'm gonna go with it. That's another thing I like about having an external synth, is that I had to sample this in. I'm gonna take the looper and sample it in, and that helps like making decisions, because I'm almost like, yeah, I like the overall concept, but I don't really like my performance, like the way that I did the little, feels a little sloppy and a little off. But when you have an external thing, and this thing only has two I guess MIDI instrument tracks, so I can do two, but then I have to move on. And then also I'm about to do a vocal in here, and if I don't record it in, I'm gonna record my vocal in with the synth, with the guitar part that I'm playing. So yeah, I'm gonna loop it. I could always come back later if I want to, but yeah, it's a cool thing. I consciously did this when I had Yamaha MX49 and the OG MPC Live when it first came out. Those are like my two major pieces that I had, and I would always sample straight into looper. I wouldn't even do MIDI usually. I would just play, and I intentionally did that to get better at performing stuff without having to always like move around or quantize things. And then also like consciously, that's a way of making decisions, like I was saying. So looper, boom. Turn my mic off. Just hit the arm. All right, so let me export this to, am I gonna do track or pad? Let's go to a pad, and I'll put it on the sample track, and then notepad. Put it here for now. So I go over here. Ooh, I gotta redo that. Let's try it again. I think the problem with the looper is you gotta stop it before it comes back. Or maybe I can, is there a way to turn overdub off? Because then it starts recording again or something. Something caused that weird little click there. There we go. I guess I'll copy this and then I'll put guitar. Okay. And I can erase it from here. I guess let me. I'll just mute it. Was there no muting that? Did I sequence it already? Yeah. Gotta stay ready. Let me chop it real quick. Well, chop it into 4 pieces. I'm gonna do a quick 4 chops. Let's go over the. So I don't want this one. Well, let me mute it just in case it don't work for some reason. Where is it playing from? Wow. Oh, okay, that's why I'm tripping. All right, if you can't figure out where your loop is, where's that sound coming from? You got to clear your looper. Good. All right. I guess I just gotta do one of these. Yep. You know what? I don't like this idea here, so what I'm gonna do, actually, another idea I had for using when I loop things in is do an audio track. And the only reason I'm chopping this is so that I can arrange it easier later. So I'm gonna put audio track. I'm gonna go in the audio track, browse samples, new looper sample. Is that one? I put it in the wrong spot. Oh, okay, so track 1, track 2 is where I wanted it. So audio track, and so this way, if I put it on audio track, I can also chop it. I don't know why warp is on by default, but then I can just chop it like here and split. I think I like this way, because when I reach, sometimes when I chop stuff and like try to resequence it, like you just seen, I run into issues. But this way, now I could just, like, if I wanted to, cut a little piece out. So now I can easily arrange this. I only need it in 4 pieces, really, because then I can just bring the ends back. So that's all I really wanted to do. Just setting that up for later. I like to stay organized, so what else do I have named? Guitar. So I don't need this. My drums are here, so I'm gonna delete this. Okay. Make sure I don't want that one on there. And then what else? I'll go ahead and purge stuff I'm not using. And then yeah. Yeah. All right, I need a break from all that editing. Whew. Oh, it's mind-numbing. That's why it's good to have. That's why it's good to have practice. It's good to be prepared. It's good to build your skills up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see where we at. What the heck was that? And no one's in my house, but I just heard something. PG check. Do people say this guy looks like? Yeah, people say that. Nobody in real life, just through the internet, through the filter of the internet, I guess. That's hilarious. It's always hilarious, I guess. I can't even count how many times I've seen that in the comment section. But yeah, Ali Star, I'm back up here where you're talking about the AI query. I'm gonna step away so I can turn this AC off so maybe I can come up with a hook and then I'll come back on the chat. All right. Damn, 42 minutes in. That ain't much. Done for 42 minutes. Okay. Korg Nano 2 keys, pads, and EQ. Just snagged a Donner DMK25. Yeah, that Donner looks cool. I've always poked around maybe getting one of those, but yeah, I don't need it. I'm happy with I like the Novation launch key. I think it's the best piece out there. Akai native partnering on a new MPC machine? Are you kidding me? But you said this was an AI thing? An AI query? I don't know. Send me something, man. Send me what that is. I mean, it's AI. It could just be guessing. But, I mean, it could be a guesstimation based off of what we've seen recently. But it's not out of the question, I guess. That could be interesting. I wish they would just stop, though. I mean, come on. The gas is strong, you know? I don't even want to deal with that. I'm here because YouTube recommended it to me, and I like to see other artists, their equipment, and their perspective. For sure, that's cool, man. I'm glad YouTube's out here recommending my channel, and thanks for being here. I definitely like the same, man. I like to do the same. I think we all do, don't we? SimCity, Big World, what's good? BG Chang said you can hear a little bow on this. Yeah. Keybase has rolling plugins, etc. I would like their classic orchestral selections to make classy trap. Classy trap, huh? I ain't never heard that one. That's what's up. That sounds cool though. You seen a Live 2 retro for $850? To make me think about paying my rent. $850 is crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't trust that one. Dude, I paid new prices for my used one right here, and it's not even like super mint. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm happy with it, but like after the initial like getting it in the mail, I'm like, oh yeah, got this back. Happy. And I'm still happy to have it. Or you start to notice like the little blemishes that weren't like necessarily disclosed, like and I went back because I looked at this little, I'm like, did I create this? And it's just a tiny little spec. You can't even see it. And I think I did this to my original retro that I had. I think I had dropped something on it, and it made a little dent in the paint. And yeah, there's a tiny little one right there. And I was like, did I do that? So I went back to the seller's pictures, and I could see this tiny little speck that you can't even notice. You wouldn't notice from looking at the pictures. But yeah, it's definitely what it is because it's in the same spot. So that's irritating. And another thing, it probably sounds dumb. I don't know if it's a defect of the build, but like the speaker, I don't know, you can even see it. But the speaker, for some reason, is like flush right here with the body. And then as it goes down, it's not flush. I'm like, is that just a defect? Or like it just didn't get put in? Like, you know what I mean? That's probably some normal stuff, but I'm like, I start to obsess about little stuff like that because symmetry is a weird thing for me. Like I'm kind of OCD about it, and I'm like looking at it. It's like, nothing wrong with this MPC though. It works perfectly. I guess that's just what happens when you obsess about stuff. I'm definitely obsessive about this stuff for sure. So, all right. So the stream theme of today is stay ready. So I came in this with the idea that how I would move forward to like kind of do my content is if I could do videos or streams where there's like a centered idea and then let that kind of lead the songwriting concept. So if Stay Ready can somehow push me forward into writing a hook. Oh, SimCity gonna get the Key 37? Yeah, man. I mean, how long do you think it would take you to save? Because I think I'm really set on Akai dropping something in September, so that's not too long from now. Man, it's almost September. We're mid-year, man. This year, I think, is one of the fastest years that ever has gone by in my history of life. Cubasis is the mobile Droid in iOS, and Cubasis is the full-fledged version. I'm going to see if they got Cubasis right now. Just out of curiosity on the iPad. Where is the apps? I forget what the App Store looks like on here. So yeah, SimCity. I mean, what is your goal like? You know, how long would it take you to save for that? So I would definitely save until like mid-September, the end of September, and then make your decision then. I mean, that's just a suggestion because I feel like there's gonna be something else then. But unless you want like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some kind of new mobile, not a keyboard. Although I have an idea that a Force keyboard should be coming out too. Yeah, I got mine off Rebirth too, Boom Bap. The retro does look good. I'm obsessed with the retro. Nicole, hey baby. That's my wifey in there. I don't know if she's still here. I want the gold one so it can match my gold MPC one. Heck yeah. Arturia just dropped a new drum plugin. I don't really mess with plugins. That'd be cool if Arturia started to work with Akai though. Arturia recently dropped the Astrolab 88, so I'm waiting on the Astrolab Key 37, the Mini 37. I'm pretty sure the 88 in their like a mini version was leaked earlier this year, so they released the 88. Then I think it's a good assumption to say they will be dropping a smaller one. Gulf Coast. My name's Raul. It's right on the channel. Channel used to be named Lifted Noise. Still kind of is in a way, but my name is Raul, and I'm from California. Yeah. Presenter. I am presenter. MC presenter. Boom Bap, you from Sacramento? That's what's up, bro. I used to live in when I was going to school for music, I was living in Rancho Cordova. I would recommend using Avery labels for that. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm way back on the chat. Here, you guys are way down there. Okay, I'll look into that. Let me Avery labels. Screenshot that. Hook up a dope track on the Cinito drum pad. Again, I've been looking at that for Koala at work. I don't know. I've been maybe. You know, I think it's really dope. It's probably the best drum pad out there, especially if you want to work with Koala. But I think I'm mainly holding on to that to teach my kids how to make music. Oh, maybe I could. I'm just trying to stay really centered on one thing, and that's songwriting. And it's kind of been an endless goal that I go back and forth on, where I'm like, I acquire new gear because I want to try stuff out, and then I want to minimalize. And that's the idea here. Like, I'm selling the Live. I got this one. I got you know, I've got the Lo-Fi 12XT, the Sonicware gear. I got the 2 Sonicware units that I'm gonna sell too. So like I'm trying to stay real focused just on the MPC mainly because it's most conducive to getting songs written. So I don't know, maybe, and I just don't have, I don't really foresee it anytime soon. It just doesn't line up with what I'm doing, but I don't know. You never know. It's just time is very, very limited too. You know, got 4 kids, 4 babies. Well, not all babies. They're my babies, but yeah, the littlest one came in like 2 weeks ago. So we got a 2-week-old in here. Reading the instructions is the worst part of new equipment, but when you get all the features down, something else entirely well worth it. Nice Latin melody. Beats by Alonzo was good. The Donner B1 synth. Is that the newest one? Or B1, is that the base one? The 303 replica. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they've got a new synth. Donner's got a new synth, right? That has a detachable keyboard. And Donner actually reached out to me, and I ignored them, really. I was going to write them an ebook. I really should, so I don't know if they're watching. Apologies if they would happen to be watching. I seen the email, and I was contemplating it, and it just, like, that's one of those things that just doesn't line up with what I want to do. Like, synths isn't not really my thing, and definitely to make a review video takes a lot of time away from what I really want to do, so it doesn't line up. So, like, they would have sent me a free synth. That latest joint, the one with the detachable keyboard, and it looks really cool. But Alley Star had the gas attack, got the DJ set up. How's that going? How's the scratching coming along? No judgment. All I've been keeping my eye on is MPC Key 61. Birthday next month. Treat yourself. You didn't just treat yourself to a little DJ setup though, huh? I don't know. I don't know about the range stuff. Like, I've seen it, and I think I've stayed away because it seems pretty high end. Like, motorized deck, insanely good. That's what's up. Gotta make some peace and positivity, y'all. For sure. Link me on FB? Okay, I'll take a look. Symmetry and scales like a Libra or Lady Justice. The older you get, the faster time flies. Tariffs and falling dollars. Good. What you got? Yeah, probably a smart move. Basis for Android and iOS. Okay, man, I'm so far behind. Hold on, I'm gonna take a break, y'all. Sorry about this. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so how do y'all feel about ChatGPT? ChatGPT. Do you use it? I'm not scared. I remember, when was it, like last year when it really started kicking in with all the creative stuff. I was a little hesitant. I messed with it, like the music side of stuff, but I don't use it in that way. I don't use the AI, but I've been using ChatGPT. Probably kind of obvious. Been using it quite a bit with the artwork and stuff, but I use it for all kinds of things. Just looking stuff up, but I've been trying to figure out a way to help me come up with song prompts, not necessarily ideas. I'm not trying to have AI write anything for me. But today, like I said, topic of the streams is stay ready. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. That's kind of the whole concept of what I was talking about today a little bit. So I typed that into ChatGPT and I just have some ideas to build off of. Maybe. One thing I need to figure out how to utilize is, like, I think earlier when I first started playing this, I was like more in it, like mentally. And now I'm gonna have a little trouble trying to get back into it as far as like getting my vocal, because I don't have full control of my vocals. But we'll see. You gotta stay ready. This ain't luck, I call it grind. You got to get sweaty. Stay ready. This ain't luck, it's a grind, gotta get sweaty. Gotta stay ready. Some call it luck, I call it grind, gotta get sweaty. Stay prepared, Let me see. Nice and sloppy. That's so bad. I'm great. Let's try saying that. Fill it in. Practice. You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Steady, slow and steady wins the race. Hey, here's the time. If we run, gets the time. Ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Everyone has a time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got something. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got to stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Everybody finds a time. Yeah, 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 yeah. You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Be patient in your time. I don't know if Ali Star is in here. This is an AI overview. AI overview. Let me see. Yes, MKII and Native Instruments are partnering on a new sampler, specifically integrating NI's Play series and expansion with MKII's MPC hardware. But that's what we already have going on. This collaboration aims to bring NI sounds and software to MKII's MPC platform, enabling users to access and utilize NI's instruments and expansions directly on MPC devices. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really trust that. I don't know the AI overview, and maybe it's like kind of funny because I'll trust ChatGPT over that, but it's probably the same technology. But I don't necessarily trust ChatGPT. I just mess with it sometimes and use it as a way to research things or to create things. But I've seen the AI overview be really off when it comes to like facts. So I'm kind of weary when it comes to this. Like this could be a jumbled amount of information because it already sounds like, and maybe there's more integration coming. But when it says yes, they're partnering on a new sampler, it makes me think that they're building something completely new. But obviously we've already seen the NI Play series coming to the MPC, so I would say yeah, we would see more of that coming with the next MPC. So maybe that's what's coming with the new live situation, the Live 3 or whatever it is. Yeah, it just makes you question where that information is being pulled from, because it just sounds like information that we have already as far as the collaboration that they've already put together. These drums are a little off. I need a bass line. Fix this image up. just to stay true to what I was doing here. Let me see. See, find some basses. I don't know what. It's like synth basses. That's like a organs. All the time. I'm just trying to find a bass. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's go. Where's the electric bass category? Might have been the first one. Okay, what the heck? Okay. Yeah. You gotta stay ready. Check it. Run it. I pull my mix box up. Check. Shit, my bad. Yeah. You gotta stay ready. What was it? You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. There is no luck. You gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Everyone has no one ready sends the race. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. Yeah. You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. All in due time, yeah. Gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. Okay, on the grind. There's no luck, you gotta grind. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race now. Yeah, all in due time. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race now. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's luck, you gotta grind. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. So you gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. I think I should start it with that. Slow and steady wins the race. So all in due time. Slow and steady wins the race. Now all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race now. Slow and steady wins the race. Where am I hitting at? Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Grind. Something like that. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm gonna start a hook that late. I've never started a hook like slow and steady wins the race. I'm like pretty much starting it on the 2. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. That'll work. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Let me try to get my voice right. Slow and steady wins the race. All in due time. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. All in due time. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Check. Well, I want to mess with my. Ooh. Check. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind now. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. If I get a little aggressive at the end, that would make sense. My phone's about to trip. Alright, let's try to get a hook in before my phone explodes. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. Slow and steady wins the race now. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race now. Yeah, all in due time. There's no luck, you gotta what? You gotta stay ready. Yeah. Not in key. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Having a little trouble trying to figure the timing out on this one. My phone is ringing. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no slow and steady win. Slow and steady wins a race, yeah. All in due time. Gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Come on, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. All in due time, yeah. Gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. You know, I was just reading the Tortoise and the Hare to my kids like a couple days ago. Alrighty. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. I should be calm when I say that first part. Maybe even sing it. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. In due time. Yeah, I like the idea of if I can sing this. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time, yeah. Stay ready. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time, yeah. Gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. I like the concept. I like the overall sound of it. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. I just can hum the damn melody. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, all in due time. Gotta stay ready. You gotta hustle, gotta grind. What was it? Gotta There's no luck, you gotta grind. All right. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. Gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Steady wins the race, yeah. I can do this for hours. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. My phone about to go out. Let me get in the chat real quick. Well, I got a hook, and I like that take. To about 20 takes. That takes decent. So if this drops out before I get in the chat and really chat with you guys, appreciate y'all being here. How Rospo, what's good there? How do you mix for known for new? Do you just do a simple mix until everything? I don't do a lot of mixing. Like, it's all in the, I guess, in the process of making the beat, because it's like some of it's just baked in to my template. But yeah, I just tweak a little bit. I've got like I've got the vocal chain template, and I'll just tweak a little bit, and then I'll put like a limiter on the master, and a little bit of EQ, a little bit of filter on the low end, and just boost it, compress. P Jammin', what's good though? It's all good. No, it's not regular Dr. Pepper. It's cherry Dr. Pepper, and it's a 0. because I avoid sugar. B-Jam got an audio interface. That's what's good. What's up, man? Which one did you get? Sample right into Koala. She never had an interface? That's wild. The drums, I just put the drums together. So my future plans for kits is I'm gonna try to build a kit, like I was talking about earlier in the stream, for every song that I make. And then when I release a song, I'm either gonna do a couple things. Either I'll wait until I have a bunch of songs and then like put a pack together, or I'm gonna, like, every time I release a song, I'm gonna release the drums and have them for sale individually as one drum kit you can load in the MPC for like pretty low. So like my format for, like, I guess selling my music will be, I'll be selling a drum kit instead. You know, I'll sell like songs for $1, whatever the download. I don't think anyone does that anymore, but how they used to sell songs for $1, I might do like $1 drum kits or something for each one that goes specifically for a song. But I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I just put the kit together like a couple days ago, and I've been doing that for every project, just building the kits. It's most enjoyable than loading up a kit that I already have and reusing it. Although that could be cool because, you know, I like some of the drum kits I made. Otherwise, I wouldn't have saved them. Never had an interface outside the one built in a G-Shock mic. I'm not sure what that G-Shock mic is. But yeah, definitely. I don't know why y'all don't have interfaces. Well, I guess I don't technically have an interface that I use normally. Well, there's an interface built into my mic, into my video switcher. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. Where's my bass line? Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. I'm about to get off here though, but Bashley, what is it that you agree on, brother? Is it the hook? Agree with the hook. There's no luck, you gotta grind. Slow and steady wins a race. All in due time. Well, I'm happy. I came up with something. And that's always a success because, well, I think every metric is success when you put in an effort. Because I come on a stream with the intent to, like, write a song. Sometimes I don't even get to it, but sometimes I try and I don't come up with a whole song concept. Sometimes I do, and I'm not super happy with it. Sometimes it just comes together super easy. Sometimes it takes like 10 takes. With this one, I was just trying to get, I think the lyrics came together pretty quick, but getting the tone, that's kind of difficult. I want to, like, get my workflow on point where I'm not interrupting it. And that's the most important thing to me, because we can talk about mixing and like beat making, maybe segmenting every aspect of the production in different parts, so that there's that fluidity of creating. So I probably shouldn't have stopped to like chop up that little guitar part, because when I first played it, like I feel like I was at least a little more connected in key with the song, because you know my vocals, so I try to sing a little bit, get harmonious in harmony with the music, and that connection was more there, and then I interrupted it, so I should have waited till the end to do that chopping stuff, but I did it then. But yeah, like segmenting everything, that was kind of the point of like when I came into the stream, staying ready, and like everything, like the drums and the sample was everything that I had prepared, because I felt like those things, I played around with them, like just finger drumming before I did the stream a couple nights ago when I was sampling and making the drum kit. The elements sounded good together, so I felt like it would inspire something, but the sequences weren't there, the ideas weren't necessarily there, but the sounds were there. So that's a good way to segment it and be prepared. So that's probably what I'll do with my time when I don't have the free time, like in the house where there's maybe a lot of noise, but I can still put the headphones on. I could still be up and down, go do something over here, go tend to one of the kids, help them, whatever, sit down, build a drum kit, find a good sample to start with, or a good instrument preset and some chords, and have that idea ready. That's one segment. And then sitting down and just letting the songwriting process go. And then that's a good learning, a good thing to learn from this stream is I should definitely have not done any editing in the process. Completely remove the editing from the creative flow process. And I was doing that just so like I could, because I wanted to kind of arrange in the stream, but I didn't end up doing that here. Yeah, so I definitely shouldn't try to change my workflow mid creative process. So I've always just made a loop, 4 bars, come up with a hook, and then arrange later. So that's an intelligent thing to learn from this, is segment. So that's always learning something, and epiphanies coming. So, you know, praise Yah for that. So segments, I'm gonna remember that. Let the creative process flow, arrange later, and then mixing, final touches at the end. That's it. Yosef, what's good? I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Good to have you here. Good chatting with you at Sub, so I'll check you next time. I like the track you worked on. Let's go. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for subbing. And yeah, man, I look forward to seeing your name in the next one. That was a dope Blaze song you were playing just now. Yeah, I just got 2 notes, the roots, so I don't know. I wasn't really necessarily feeling it, but slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck. Let me just do that real quick. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. all in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. All in due time. You gotta stay ready. There's no luck, you gotta grind, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. Alright, appreciate y'all, fellas. I'm gonna jump off here, though. Praise y'all. Keep on running with your dreams. I really appreciate y'all kicking it with me. It's been good. It's been good. Got something. It took me nearly 2 hours to get something, though. So, gotta work on streamlining that workflow and implementing those ideas. Maybe you guys have something to add. We'll talk about it next time. Maybe you thought about some of this before. You know, segmenting the process. I know at least having just like having sessions where all you do is just sample and put sounds together is a good idea. Yeah. So, all right. Appreciate y'all. God bless.